Now we're going to talk about our pre-workout breathing routine using the Breather Fit. So the purpose of this breathing routine is, number one, we want to activate the respiratory muscles. We want to make sure we're starting off the right muscles doing the job. So when we get into our workout, we start breathing heavy, we're using the right muscles. We've already established a good foundation. Number two, we're going to take our respiratory system through a full range of breaths. We're going to start off with some big, full, slow breaths. Then we're going to go into some faster paced breathing. So that's going to be really similar to what you'll use in exercise. We're going to explore the full spectrum of breath. And this is also going to help us to establish the mind-body connection, cranking up the motor neurons to create this mind-body connection so that when I start breathing at faster paces, again, my body's established this solid foundation for the way that I breathe. So this is a super quick warm-up routine that you can use pre-workout. So for this one, again, if I was working at I want to moderate the intensity or the resistance based on what I'm doing during my respiratory muscle training. So for me personally, I use a 5 and a 4 on my Breather Fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank the dial down 1 or 2. So I still want a little bit of resistance, but I don't want maximum resistance here. So right now I'm just going to put it on 3s. So I'm going to get started. The first few breaths, we're going to do 4 breaths, and they're going to be big, full breaths, filling the lungs all the way up. So we're working on capacity. That's the first part. Big full inhales, big full exhales. Then we're going to switch to speed, and we're going to do another 4 or 5 breaths. We'll go with 4 today. Another 4 to 5 breaths, fast. So we're going to work on speed and power. Then we're going to finish with a brief hold, and then we'll be into our routine. We'll be all done. Okay, so for today, it's going to be 4 slow, 4 fast, breath hold, and done. So you can follow along with me if you want. Take my Breather Fit. Remember making sure we're always breathing with the diaphragm, breathing into the belly and ribs. I can sit facing a mirror. For this one, I like to be sitting up because it's pre-workout. So I don't want to be laying down unless I don't have good access, good breathing mechanics in this position. Then I can lay down on the floor. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to exhale first. 4 breaths, full capacity, all the way in, all the way out, putting a little bit of force behind them here. It's not passive breaths, but we want big, full capacity. That's the focus. Here we go. Now 4 for speed. Inhale and hold it. So that's our pre-workout routine. We've got everything activated, warmed up the respiratory muscles. We took our breath through the kind of full spectrum of breath from full capacity into speed and power. Notice I was putting a little force behind the breath as I started getting into the faster paced breathing. That inhale hold at the end is just to allow everything to reset and to allow your blood gases to balance back out. So that can be anywhere from about 10 to 30 seconds based on personal preference and how you feel. So one more time on that protocol, 4 or 5 breaths of full capacity, 4 or 5 breaths, speed and power, 10 to 30 second breath hold on an inhale, and then go back to nasal breathing and you're ready to get started with your workout.